What's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here continuing to cook up this NBA action, man. Y'all know we do here on the Jam Session. We cook up every single game, every single day, man. Money making Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. The last and final day of the NBA regular season. That's insane. What a season it's been. It's kind of crazy how fast it went by as well. It's been a crazy year for me overall. It's probably been the craziest year of my lifetime. But still crazy to think that the NBA regular season is over after today. The postseason starts on Tuesday with the play-in tournament. Today we got all 30 teams in action, 15 games. And of course, I'm going to let you, ladies and gentlemen, know my thoughts and opinions on each and every one of them. Hopefully, I give you some information that you need to know that helps you come out green on the other side today. It is roster manipulation day in the NBA today. It is what you expect it to be. Last and final day of the NBA regular season. Everybody and their mama sitting out today. But I did try to navigate my way through it and get you guys the best information and let you guys know my thoughts. And hopefully we smash it per usual. I do have an NBA play of the day for you guys over at the site of play. I absolutely love today. A play I'm heavily invested on. A play I'm trying to close out the regular season on the right foot with. You guys can scoop that play up for $25. I will have a playoff package up here momentarily. You guys can get every single play for the postseason for one singly low price. That'll be up here momentarily. Or you can hop on something long-term, even more long-term, and get every single play. Baseball will carry you throughout the summer. Ladies and gentlemen, I do bet baseball. So that's what I got, ladies and gentlemen. But I know what you're here for. You're here for the last day of the regular season. Early start times, noon here in Dallas is most of the games, and then 2:30. So day basketball today, not baseball. Day basketball today. Finna get you guys in and out of here, man. So without further ado, let's do exactly that. Let's hop right into today's NBA action. Let's get her done. First game on the board. We got the Orlando Magic out on the road facing the Atlanta Hawks. This line's been bouncing this morning as the injury reports are still not fully clear. That's going to be the case for a lot of these games. Roster manipulation day on the last day of the regular season. Who would have thought? But as of right now, like as of this second, I see Orlando minus 1.5 point road favorites in this thing. Everybody's pretty much out for both teams. Prioritizing health. Neither team can really improve their positioning or anything like that but through this game, so they're not going to take it all that seriously. Legitimate 50-50 game with the scrubs playing, the backups playing. Forced to play it. Me personally, I would lean towards the plus money. You might be able to get some with Atlanta as we get closer to game time, so small lean for Atlanta for me here in our first game of the day, but the way this injury report looks, no meaningful spot, no meaningful situation. Cool on this first one. We keep rolling. We got the Celtics laying 11.5 points on the Charlotte Hornets. Total to 11.5. Boston is sitting all their key guys. Everybody you can think of is sitting, except for Peyton Pritchard and Sam Hauser. I think those two guys do enough to get the Celtics a win and cover over the Hornets. That's just my thoughts. That's just my opinion. Those two guys are tryhards. We've seen that all season long. They're buckets, though. And I think against the scrubs of Charlotte, I think they dominate them. Small lean on the Boston Celtics laying the points here in that one. We got the New York Knicks out on the road facing the Brooklyn Nets. Knicks, 6.5 point road favorites here in this one. Everybody's pretty much sitting here for the Knicks as well. As at the time of recording this video, they're technically game time decision. I'm not expecting them to play, though. But Tom Thibodeau is one of those coaches who might make them play. Just keep an eye out on this one. New York has beat up on the Nets all season long, winning all three meetings. They haven't necessarily done it as dominantly as you may have think, though. 124, 122, 114, 104, 99, 95. Small lean on the Knicks for me here in this one. Personally, don't know if I end up betting this game. Y'all know I don't like betting Brooklyn in Brooklyn. The way Brooklyn looked in that last one against Minnesota was not encouraging at all as they got blitzed. Small lean on New York. I don't like the way the injury report is set up right now, currently at the time of recording this video. I wish I just knew if they were in or if they were out. Then I could make a great choice. Regardless, I would say I lean towards them in or out. But it's my thoughts. Knicks, Nets. Keep it rolling. We got the Pacers, Cavs. Indiana, 6.5 point road favorites. Everybody's sitting out for the Cavs. Everybody. Nobody's playing for Cleveland. Indiana. Tyrese Halliburton's out for this one. I do know that. Let me double check the injury report right quick. Halliburton's out for this one. Siakam is out for this one. And it looks like Shepherd probably is going to be out as well. So, but everybody else for Indiana is going to go. Small lean on Indiana, laying the points on the road on Cleveland. It's a lean at best. Indiana is sizable favorites in this game for good reason, is what I will tell you. Indiana has already beaten Cleveland twice this season, 114, 112, 108, 93. So we know they can do it. No Siakam, no Halliburton. It is a lot of lumber to lay, but they still have majority of their pieces playing, while on the other side, Cleveland is fielding basically reserves, like all reserves. Lean towards Indiana, laying the points here in this one. Keep rolling, man. We got the Miami Heat at home at the crib, laying 8.5 on the Washington Wizards. Total 215.5. Small lean on Miami. Washington's terrible. They're the worst team in the NBA, of course. We all know this. The thing is, the reason I say lean and I don't love it, Miami's injury report is ugly. No Bam, no Tyler Hero. Miami's kind of prioritizing health in this one. I thought this might have been a game where they were going to try to establish some momentum heading into the play-in, but looks like they're not. I typically don't like laying extended numbers with Miami at home. We typically trust Miami much more on the road than we do at home. And with their main guys being out and still needing to win by double digits, makes my stomach hurt. I'm cool. I will lean in that direction. I'm not putting any money on Washington. There's a reason the line looks the way it looks, even with the way Miami's injury report looks, and that's the way. And that's the reason why I lean towards Miami, laying the points here in this one. I'm trying to navigate my way through this injury report today, ladies and gentlemen. It's ugly, though. It is terrible. Playoff basketball, it's almost here, man. We'll be locked and loaded, of course. But I show up every single day, rain, sleet, or snow, despite the injury report, and I give you guys my opinions, man. So I'm just trying to help you guys navigate some of this today. We keep it rolling, though. We got your Chicago Bulls out on the road facing the Philadelphia 76ers. Bulls 9.5-point road favorites in this one. We've been fading Philadelphia blindly all season long. They're the worst ATS team in the NBA, as you see on your screen. 28, 51, and 2 ATS this season. Basically, so we cashed this season at a 65% clip, blindly fading Philadelphia. Man, that was beautiful. It was one of the most profitable things we've done all season long, and we're going to do it one last time. We're going to close our season out with a bang, fading the Philadelphia 76ers. Keep an eye on the Bulls injury report. They are sitting a couple guys, but a couple guys are still going. It looks like Kobe White's going to play. Look like Vucevic is going to play. Look like Herter's going to play. That's enough to kick the crap out of Philadelphia, in my mind, in my opinion. Chicago still looking to establish a little momentum heading into the play-in tournament. So, yeah, I'll take Chicago in this one. I'll lay the huge number. Love fading Philadelphia, and we will do it one and final last time for this season. Keep it rolling. We got the Detroit Pistons out on the road facing the Milwaukee Bucks. Pistons 7.5-point road favorites in this one. Looks like the Bucks are prioritizing health. Look like the Bucks are sitting pretty much everybody in this one. The Pistons, at the time of recording this video, looks like they're going to be playing. The only person whose game time decision that's a big name is Cade Cunningham. He might sit, but it looks like Hardaway, Tobias Harris, like everybody else looks like it's going to play for Detroit in this one. I'm going to still lean towards Milwaukee. Milwaukee's dominated Detroit all season long, winning all 3 meetings. And I just don't want to lay 7.5 on the road with Detroit. We just saw Milwaukee beat them the other day, 125-119. I had Detroit that day. It was my play of the day, and I just didn't like the way they played down the stretch. Giannis really was too much for them boys. Giannis is not playing in this one. I understand that. Pistons are fielding the much better basketball team, but it wouldn't shock me at all if, the Pistons were up third, fourth quarter, called the dogs off, and the Milwaukee Bucks snuck in the back door. That's kind of my thoughts in this one, and that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this one. Give me Milwaukee plus the points. Don't really want to lay these many points on the road with Detroit against a team they've struggled mightily against all season long. Keep it rolling, man. That's all the 12 o'clock games. We head to the 2:30 slate. We got the Denver Chicken Nuggets out on the road facing the Houston Rockets. Denver, Houston. Let's start with Houston. Houston is locked up with the 2 seed. They're the 2 seed. No matter what happens today, they're the 2 seed. At the time of recording this video, it looks like Houston might be playing their guys at the time of recording this video. I've deep dove it. I've tried to see if guys were sitting. There's no indication right now that the guys for Houston will not be playing in this one. The only thing that seems to indicate that Houston may not be playing their guys is the line. But I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I kind of feel like it's a sneaky spot to grab the points with Houston and maybe take a deep step back outright money line shot with them on the last day of the season. Some chaos. I don't like the coaching change for Denver, man. I don't like that shit whatsoever. I don't like it. And laying 9.5 points in Houston makes my stomach hurt. It does. Denver's not a road dominant team. I know this is a must win for them, but I honestly believe like Ime Udoka and the Houston Rockets organization is asshole enough to play their guys in this one, go balls to the wall and try to win it. That's the Rockets. They're a young team, deep team, so health is not really as important as some of the older superstars on other teams. I'm just telling you, I think it's a decent shot on the Rockets money line today, plus the points, and maybe the line and the news breaks our way and the Rockets play their guys. That's all I'm saying. And I think because Denver's in a must-win spot, must-win situation today, and a lot of people know that, I believe Denver's tremendously overrated and overvalued in this spot and situation tonight or today. Give me the Houston Rockets plus the points and a shot on the money line here in this one. Keep it rolling, man. We got the team from Dallas out on the road facing the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis laying 2.5 here in this one. At the time of recording this video, everybody for the Mavs is pretty much out. Main guys like Anthony Davis, PJ Washington, they're out for this one. Klay Thompson, he's out for this one. On the other side, Jaren Jackson Jr.'s game time decision, John Morant's game time decision. I'm not sure what Memphis does. Memphis has been free-falling post All-Star break, so this might be a solid spot and game for them to try to establish some momentum heading into the playoffs. Last home game of the season. I'm going to lean towards Memphis in this one. I know I'm catching a falling knife with Memphis. Memphis is now even ATS. That is insane, ladies and gentlemen, that they finished even ATS based on how dominant they were pre-All-Star break. Post-All-Star break, they've been the worst ATS team by far. It's not even close. They're the worst by far. I think they're 26-1 last 32 or something like that ATS. That's how bad Memphis has been. They need to establish some momentum heading into the playoffs, and I think today's a good spot to do so. I'm going to lean towards the Grizzlies here in this one. We got the T-Wolves laying 23.5 points on the Utah Jazz. Minnesota, they're in a win and in situation, very, very important situation for them. They could end up in the play-in if things don't break their way. So we saw Anthony Edwards' technical get rescinded. And as the time of recording this video, it looks like Minnesota's playing all their guys in this one. They should kick the crap out of Utah. You feel me? I'm personally probably not betting this game. It's a lot of lumber to lay on the last day of the season. And I kind of feel like they might be up 15 late third, fourth quarter, and they pull the dogs off and they win the game by 18 points. Like, I think that's a legitimate possibility here. A lot of lumber to lay, especially with playoffs literally right here on the horizon. I think a lot of teams are going to prioritize health, and that's a lot of lumber to lay. I would lean in that direction. It's not enough for me to try to take Utah personally, but 9 times out of 10, I'm just not going to bet the game. Keep it rolling, man. We got our favorite money-making team, the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies, out on the road facing the New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans 12.5-point home dogs in this one. The Thunder Buddies are sitting pretty much everybody. Guess what, though? It doesn't matter. We're still going to lay it here with the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies. They're our favorite money-making team for a reason. We've been blindly fading Philadelphia. I mean, not Philadelphia. Well, we have been blindly fading Philadelphia. But I meant to say New Orleans for a lot of the season. You see them 33, 46-2. We basically cashed at a 60% clip, outright fading them this season. I love the Thunder, and they be cashing us out. They're the best ATS team in the NBA. They're our favorite money-making team. They've earned the benefit of the doubt to blindly ride with them, even despite how their injury report looks and with how bad New Orleans has been this season. They've earned the benefit of the doubt to just blindly fade them. And their injury report and their roster that they're fielding today is disgusting. Birmingham Squadron style team. I think even the reserves of the Thunder handle business. I'm going to lay the huge number. And it's a huge number on the road, even despite the way the injury report looks for the Thunder, for a great reason. Thunder buddies for life. We'll lay it. Keep rolling, man. We got the Toronto Raptors out on the road facing the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs 5.5-point home favorites here in this one. Tough game. The Raptors, of course, are tied right now for the number 2 overall ATS team this season with the Cleveland Cavaliers. San Antonio, they've been overrated and overvalued in a lot of spots this season. In this specific game, though, Toronto, they're really banged up. It's Scotty Barnes and a bunch of style players on the other side. San Antonio's the healthier team still. I think San Antonio wins and covers here. I don't love it, but I do think that's what happens. I kind of wanted to just roll with Toronto one last time. They've cashed us out all season, but they've mainly cashed us out at home. I don't like their roster that they're fielding today. And Chris Paul, it could be his last game of his career. It could be. He might be back next season. He's a tryhard. But it could be his last game of his career. So he might go out here and go crazy, try hard. I'm going to lay the points here with the San Antonio Spurs. We keep it rolling. We got the most meaningful game on the entire card. The only game that really, really, really means something. And that's the Los Angeles Clippers out on the road facing the Golden State Warriors. Warriors are 3.5-point home favorites here in this game. Now, as of right now, the East seeding is pretty much solidified. It is solidified. Where everybody at in the East is where they're going to be. In the West, it all basically boils down to this game on how seeding breaks down. And let me break it down for you. If the Warriors win here, they're the 6th seed, and they're going to play the Lakers in the first round. And the Clippers will be likely in the play-in. The other two games that matter is Minnesota needs a win over Utah, and Denver needs a win over Houston. If the Warriors win this game, then they're the 6th seed. They play the Lakers, and the Clippers will likely be in the play-in. If the Clippers win this game, they're either the 4th or 5th seed, depending on what happens with Minnesota and Denver. And the Warriors would likely fall into the play-in. So, huge game for both teams. Both teams win and good playoff seeding, maybe even for the Clippers could even mess around and host a playoff series. Very unlikely that it's going to happen that way, but they could. The Clippers could be from 7th to 4th today, depending on what happens. The Warriors, best case scenario, they win, they're 6th. If they lose, they fall into the play-in tournament. And so that's what it is for them. Both teams trying to win and avoid the play-in tournament. If they lose, they fall in, likely. So now let's break down the game. We've seen these two teams match up 3 times already this season. The Clippers have won all 3. If you've been watching the jam session, the back end of this season, you already know what I'm finna say. If a team has beaten you 3 times in a row in the season, here on the jam session, we like single revenge. We love double revenge. Triple revenge almost does not exist. If you're looking for triple revenge, a team basically has dominated you that season, and they're likely to do it again in the 4th. That's what we've said down the stretch here this NBA season. And I'm going to stick to that. I'm on the Los Angeles Clippers straight up on the money line here in this one today. The Clippers are just a bad matchup for the Warriors. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I know the Warriors have played really great basketball down the stretch. Shout out to this team. They have. They were the exact team I told you guys they would be post All-Star break. Keep an eye out on them. And I'm still telling you to keep an eye out on them. This team could still mess around and be in the Western Conference Finals, maybe even the finals. One player I will never doubt is the light-skinned man, Steph Curry. And you give him 2 henchmen, Jimmy and Draymond, watch out. But I just believe the Clippers are a bad matchup for them. I believe the Clippers win this basketball game. I want to attack plus money. Clippers have won all 3 this season. I think they make it a 4th. I think the Warriors fall to the 7th seed, end up winning that first play-in game, and end up facing the Houston Rockets in the 2-7 matchup in the first round, as I think this likely plays out. I think we end up getting the Clippers and the Nuggets in the first round, and I think we end up getting Lakers and the Timberwolves first round. So that's my thoughts basically on how all this Western Conference shit plays out today. Here in this one, the Clippers have dominated them all season. I think they continue to do it here in the last meeting of their season. I'm on the Clippers outright money line and plus the points here in this one tonight. Speaking of my favorite team, the Los Angeles Lakers, they're out on the road facing the Portland Trail Blazers. Blazers, 5.5 point home favorites in this one. Lakers are sitting everybody, prioritizing health. They're locked into the 3 seed. Nothing here changes their positioning or anything of that nature. So looks like they're going to pretty much sit everybody. On the other side, the Blazers, while they are semi-banged up, they are still playing a good amount of guys. I think they close out their season on a good note and beat up on the Lakers. That's just my thoughts. Small lean here on Portland, laying the points, fading my favorite team, the Los Angeles Lakers. Portland was a sneaky ATS team for us all season long. Shout out to Portland Trail Blazers. They're going to be a team to keep an eye out on next season. The Lakers haven't been nearly as good ATS on the road as they were at home this season. Let's not overcomplicate this one. Portland, lay the points here in that one. Last and final game of the night, man. We got the Phoenix Suns out on the road facing the Sacramento Kings. Kings, 15.5 point home favorites here in this thing. The Suns, they're done. They're cooked. Last and final game before they blow this shit up. And we're going to fade them one last final time. We were blindly fading Philadelphia this season. We were blindly fading New Orleans this season. We were blindly fading Phoenix. Sacramento was in there for a little minute. And, you know, they're not great. And laying 15.5 for Sacramento does make my stomach hurt. But it's more about Phoenix on the other side. Sacramento still trying to establish some momentum heading into the play-in tournament, trying to get into a playoff series. I can make it make sense why Sacramento is sizable favorites here in this one and why Sacramento would still want to come in here, play good basketball, and establish momentum rolling forward. We have cashed at over a 60% clip fading Phoenix this season. As you see on your screen, 30, 50, and 1 ATS this season. Last and final time for the season, we will do it again. I'm on the Sacramento Kings. Makes my stomach hurt. It's a lot of number to lay with the Kings, but it has nothing to do with the Kings. It's really a fade of the Suns. And the line, I believe, tells you everything you need to know. So last and final game of the night and of the regular season. We're on the Sacramento Kings, laying the extended number. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate each and every one of you that continue to tune in and watch this video. All I ask is that you smash that like button for me. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Instagram and Twitter all day long. There's a link for both in the description below. And of course, I have premium plays over at the site. The regular season, man, damn, it's gone. It's over. It's crazy. What a season it's been, ladies and gentlemen, man. I really do appreciate each and every one of you that continue to show up for your guy. We're going to keep this shit rolling, though. The postseason is on the horizon. No games tomorrow on Monday, but Tuesday, the play-in tournament begins. I'll be breaking it down, and I'll be breaking down every single game throughout the postseason, per usual. So y'all already know what it is, man. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you're here. Make sure you're locked in. Let's get ready to go on a run in the playoffs, man. We had a really good playoffs last year. Let's do it again this season, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate y'all more than y'all know. See y'all on Tuesday. No games tomorrow, so I'll see y'all on Tuesday. You can scoop up my NBA Play of the Day. I love my NBA Play of the Day tonight. Or today, looking to cash it in a major way to close out the regular season. And I'll have a handful of plays today as well, overall in the NBA. So think about hopping on something long-term. I will have a playoff package up for y'all here really soon. Today, I'll have a playoff package up for y'all really soon if you want to get every single play for one singularly low price for the playoffs. Got me? Just letting y'all know what it is and what it ain't. Appreciate y'all more than y'all know. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs, man. See you all in a couple days. I'm out of here. Peace.